Good morning. The rise of e-commerce warehousing in Katy, Fulshear, in West Houston. And e-commerce is no longer just reshaping consumer behavior, it's redefining commercial real estate demand across suburban Houston, Katy, Fulshear, and West Houston. And these cities have emerged as prime beneficiaries of this shift, driven by population growth, infrastructure investment, and last mile logistics requirements. And for commercial real estate investors and business owners, e commerce warehousing represents one of the most compelling industrial opportunities in the region. So let's look at why West Houston is winning the e commerce logistics race. The westward expansion of Houston has created an ideal environment for modern warehousing. With direct access to I 10, the Grand Parkway 99, as well as West Park Tollway and the nearby Port of Houston distribution routes. Katy and Fulshear offer speed to consumer advantages that e-commerce operators demand. And as online retailers prioritize faster delivery windows, proximity to rooftops matters more than proximity to ports. So West Houston places operators within 1 day or even same-day delivery range of millions of consumers while avoiding congestion and higher land costs found closer to the urban core. And population growth is fueling warehouse demand is the concept. Katy and Fulshear continue to rank among the fastest growing suburban markets in Texas. And residential development brings purchasing power, and purchasing power brings fulfillment demand. And every new household represents recurring inbound and outbound logistics activity. Now, this dynamic has accelerated absorption. So we're seeing small to mid-bay distribution facilities, as well as flex industrial with warehouse and office components, but also last mile and regional fulfillment centers. So think Amazon out in Brookshire. But for investors, this translates into stronger tenant demand, longer lease terms, and durable cash flow. And here's what today's e-commerce tenants are looking for. Modern e-commerce users are no longer satisfied with outdated industrial layouts, and today's requirements can typically include some of these. But we're thinking 28 to 36 foot clear heights, as well as dock high and grade level loading. But trailer parking and maneuvering depth are also important, as well as ESFR sprinkler systems and energy efficient designs. And newer developments in Fulshear and West Houston are increasingly designed to meet these specifications, which makes them highly attractive to national and regional tenants. So let's look at investment performance and risk profile. From an investment standpoint, e-commerce warehousing has demonstrated resilience through multiple market cycles. And even during economic slowdowns, online retail demand tends to remain stable or increase as consumers shift spending habits away from brick and mortar. So key advantages for investors for e-commerce warehousing properties include lower tenant improvement costs compared to your traditional office or retail type structures, but also reduced management intensity. As well, there's favorable financing availability from lenders. And there's competitive cap rate spreads relative to the risk involved. So these factors have positioned industrial warehousing as a core holding for both private investors and institutional capital. So let's look at the outlook for Katy, Fulshear, and West Houston. Looking ahead, the pipeline of industrial development in West Houston remains active but disciplined. Land availability, zoning flexibility, and continued infrastructure improvements support long-term growth without oversupply risk. And as e-commerce continues to evolve from same-day delivery to micro-fulfillment, the demand for strategically located warehouse space in Katy, Fulshear, and West Houston is expected to remain strong well into the next decade. So for investors and business owners, evaluating where to deploy capital in e-commerce warehousing is choosing West Houston. And it's not a trend, it's a structural shift. That, my friends, is it for the day. Please visit my website, Houston Real Estate Brokerage. Love to talk more about how I can help you. Have a good one.